Social stratification is a society's categorization of people into socioeconomic tiers based on wealth, race, and education. Social stratification is a global issue and affects all societies in some way, regardless of location. This can be seen in economic divides, class standing, or through discrimination. Because we live in the United States, our study focused on social stratification within the United States. The question we aimed to answer using the scientific method was, how is social stratification created and supported by society in the United States? To first answer our question, we analyzed the causes of stratification. First, we looked from the perspective of each of our majors, criminal justice, communications, and nursing. Then we analyzed social stratification from a general perspective. In the criminal justice system, social stratification manifests in varying amounts of victimization and incarceration depending on the social status of an individual. In communications, social stratification is caused by the media's exaggerated power distance, unequal representation, and biased content. Finally, in nursing, social stratification could be caused by low levels of diversity and disengagement by minorities. From a more general perspective, social stratification can be the result of many more causal factors such as income, wealth, race, sex, gender, religion, education, occupation, age, and region or location. To further understand social stratification in the United States, we used secondary data analysis and did research from a conflict theory perspective. Following our research, we had realized three things. First, and most obvious, stratification leads to inequality and promotes division between people. There is a lack of justice when one group holds all the power. This leads into our second realization. Social stratification is a disadvantage to those lower in society. People have less opportunities in life, and as a result may lead lower quality lives with higher rates of depression and economic stress. Lastly, many people in the United States believe that everyone has been provided with equal access to success through self-effort. People may emphasize the importance of individuals determining their own social standing. However, though we have no legal separation between classes in America, there are still patterns of behavior which burden those with the lower standing and prevent them from having equal access to success. Using our research as a guide, we have come up with 6 possible solutions to reducing social stratification within the United States. First, the U.S. criminal justice system needs to emphasize rehabilitation over punishment. With the current system, 68% of offenders return to prison after release. However, there is evidence that rehabilitation programs in combination with prison time reduces crime and can be cost-effective. Second, the U.S. criminal justice system needs to implement more prison-to-job support programs and policies. Short-term assistance may help incarcerated people transition from prison back to society. This would provide a period of guaranteed stability while forming new routines. Third, providers of social programs should open programs to all people, regardless of the individual's social status. In order for this to happen, the social programs must avoid biased thinking and ensure that all people have access to the programs and can get the help they need when they need it. This decrease in bias within social programs would provide more opportunities for all people. Fourth, as a society, we should invoke better participation in decision-making. Doing this would lessen stereotypes as well as biased thinking towards other social groups and statuses. For this to be effective, people should individually choose to treat others in a way that does not rely on stereotypes. Fifth, we should present media in a way that promotes critical thinking. This means lessening or getting rid of bias and only sharing factual information, which viewers can then interpret for themselves. This media can be shared individually, via social media, or en masse, via television, newspaper, or radio. Finally, we should strive for equal representation within the media. In order to do this, the media should avoid emphasizing stories which exaggerate the severity of certain issues. The media should accurately portray people so as not to suggest that certain individuals are nothing more than a stereotype. Overall, social stratification is a big issue within the United States and worldwide, but there are actions we can take, both individually and as a whole, which can promote equality between all people and decrease the consequences of social division. Though more research is necessary, and ultimately a society-wide change would be needed to fully eradicate the issue, each individual can begin to take steps towards lessening the inequality seen as a result of social stratification.